Although Arizona came on top of South Dakota State 71-64, Sean Miller was not happy with his team's overall performance. He said the team did not play smart offensively, which led to a rough defensive night. Here's what he had to say about the game.
You know, those kids and their coach, man, they had a really good game plan. They executed. They're a well-disciplined team. We knew that before we played them. They're used to winning, and you can sense and feel that. And they have a very solid point guard. And, you know, number 35, Wilson, we knew coming into the game as an outstanding player. And they're disciplined on both sides of the ball. They played against a team tonight that wasn't very smart, and that's our team. You know, everybody gets, you know, the kicks out of quick shots, and it's fun, and it's like we're at a carnival. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The analogy is no different in college football. When the weather gets cold, you got to be able to both run and pass. You got to be smart. Tempo, you know, that sounds good, but usually when the game gets going fast, that means that you're flying around on defense. You're getting defensive stops. You're making good plays. And, of course, we have talent in the open court, and that's when the quick shots are going to go up, and they're going to be good shots. But to take quick, crazy shots, three-point shots, the way we did tonight, we're very fortunate to win. We have a player on our team who leads the nation. If you lead the nation in anything, you are outstanding. Zeke Naji has proven that when he gets the ball, especially around the rim, great things happen. We played 20 minutes, and, you know, he was in foul trouble, but it really started in the second half of the last game where he didn't take one shot. He didn't take one shot. You have the nation's leading field goal shooter on your team, and he doesn't take one jump hook, not one. That's a problem. And we had 13 three-point shots at the half. We had 10 twos. We were 8 for 10 from two. We were 4 for 13 from three. You don't get fouled. You don't go to the foul line. And then the fact we had 12 turnovers plus 13 threes, that's as poor and as really inefficient, ineffective, not playing to win, not playing smart 20 minutes we've had in a long, long time, especially considering the way that our team is constructed. So, you know, at halftime, the message was simple. Let's get the ball closer to the basket. Let's be a little bit more patient. We took care of the ball. We had only 3 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers in a minute and a half of the opening game, of the opening buzzer. So we played the final 20 minutes with only 3 turnovers, which is great. And you look at what happened, we took 3 threes. Even some of the twos we missed were right at the rim. They're head scratchers, 2 or 3 of them where, you know, they're 90% shots. But, you know, you shoot now all of a sudden 30 free throws in one half. He shot 7 in the first half. So we have to be a smarter overall team. And the one thing about basketball that makes our game different than others is the same group of guys that's on offense has to play defense. And if you're taking quick, ill-advised shots on offense, the ball's not getting to where it should on offense, it's hard for that same group to be tough-minded, disciplined together on defense. It works together. And, you know, when you're playing tough defense and you're where you're supposed to be and you're grinding it out and you're getting defensive stops, well, that same group's not going to take circus shots, three-point shots for no reason. So do I feel like we have the ability to learn a lesson here? No doubt. But the lesson is learned from my perspective of that's not going to happen. If we have to slow it down, we'll slow it down. But the best players on our team and the players that are efficient need to get more shots, and the players that keep missing have to shoot less or play less. I think the other part is we're a deep team. Tonight was not our bench's night. They broke down defensively, and we just didn't get that spark. We might have had 1 4-minute stretch in the second half where we did, but our bench didn't have a great night. For that matter, really, neither did our starters. We did not have a good night tonight. South Dakota State deserves a lot of credit, but again, the fact Zeke had 0 field goal attempts in the first 20 minutes, you know, that's the coach's fault. And it's up to me to correct that, and I think it'll be corrected first thing tomorrow.
Zeke Naji did not have a shot attempt the entire first half, which was frustrating to both Miller and the players because the game plan is to give Naji the ball as much as possible.
Most definitely. I mean, I think once we actually started getting Zeke the ball in the second half, you could see that they were sending that double team over fairly quickly. So having Zeke down there and him being such a force down low, it's going to open up things for other people. But our first priority needs to be to get him the ball. I mean, Zeke's a great option for us offensively and defensively. He brings so much to our team. So he got in foul trouble early, and that was a knock for us. But when he came out at halftime, he came out with better intensity. Still got some tough calls on him, but I think he bounced back really well. And we just got to take it to the next game. And I told him, just kind of like erase that from your mind and let's worry about the next one. We just had to stick to our rules. At one point in the first half, we tried to kind of change our defensive scheme, but once we got back to kind of that do-what-we-do thing on defense, and we hunkered down and started to get stops, we put it together a little bit at the end, but like I said, we just got to be smarter and more locked in defensively.
I mean, for example, this game, it just goes to show that anybody can play with anybody at this level. Credit to South Dakota State. They played a hell of a game. They were gritty. Came out, I think we were down 12 at one point in the first half, and it just goes to show a game is a game, and anybody can play with anybody at this level. I'd say we were taking quick ones. There was a couple times we took some quick ones that, we want to play fast, but if we don't have an open shot, we kind of need to work the ball around, try to play out of the post. Like Chase said, they were doubling Zeke down there. So if we can get it down there, we just got kickouts, and once we kick out, they're scrambling. We got so much more options. So I think it was just some quick shots. So I think some of them were good shots, but some of them were just too quick.
But no matter who you are, those early quick shots, they're either going to be bad shots or ill-advised if you're a good defensive team. And tonight we ran into a solid team, and we just, it's like my turn. You shoot a three, well, let me shoot a three. And when you took 13 threes in 20 minutes and only 10 twos, those threes better be going in. And I think that it's a lesson for all of us. It's a lesson for our staff. And we have to take advantage of the gifts that we have. Zeke doesn't take bad shots. He doesn't. And when we can get him the ball, good things happen. And that doesn't mean he's going to shoot it every time, or, all these other players we have aren't allowed to shoot it. But you can't let 20 minutes go by where he doesn't get one good shot. And that started in the last game, and it led to this game. And it clearly is a lesson that we needed to learn. And I'm glad we were able to win. I really am, because tonight, we played with fire, and a couple threes go in the second half. Could have been a different outcome for sure.